name is Anthony Holland. I come from the state of Connecticut, and I've been in trouble most of my life. I've been involved in drugs, in and out of prison. My last time I OD'd, they had a fentanyl on me 4 times to bring me back to life. I mean not fentanyl. They had to bring me, they had a knock on me to bring me back to life. 4 times it took them. I've been on a long road of recovery, trying to get my life together. I thank God that I'm alive today, that I'm speaking here today, because I could be dead. And I've seen a lot of things in my life with the loss of my kids. I buried my son 4 months ago from this disease. I buried my stepdaughter about a year ago from this. And it's a hard thing to deal with, you know, and I'm trying my hardest to educate people, go out in the community, help, speak to people, get involved with other organizations like Ride Care and a number of people that I've been involved with in the last couple of years, and try to make the public aware of what's going on out here. We have so many kids that's dying, and a lot of kids is our future, you know. And if we don't start educating people what's really going on, and education is the main issue right now with this, because so many people are dying. I lost so many friends out here, and every day to deal with this, it's getting harder and harder. You just witness this all the time, and I'm just so glad that it has people out here that's willing to take their time to go out here and educate people on what's going on. And like, this Christian law should not be passed. I'm asking the governor to veto the bill, because usually the poor community ones going to suffer the most with it. Young kids that never even experienced life with it itself, they're gonna experience the most. 16, 17-year-old kid go to prison. What is he gonna do when he gets out? After sitting in jail 15, 20 years, if he's not educated in the prison system. And most of the time, people are not being rehabilitated. They're getting let right back to the streets to do the same thing they went in there for. And more and more, you know, like the gentleman said, it's $60,000 to incarcerate, and it's becoming a business. I mean, people are getting rich. Private industries inside the prison system now, and individuals are going back to the street. And the sad part, guys that was using heroin when they went in, them are the guys that's dying more. They don't even know the potency of the heroin out there that's hitting the streets now. And it's not heroin no more, it's synthetic. And it's just killing more, because I've never known heroin to be killing people like this. And wherever this fentanyl, wherever it's coming from, you know, law enforcement, they need to do something about it. Because more and more of our youth are going to jail, and more of our people are dying out here. And if you notice, actually, mostly everybody I know that went to jail with a heroin habit, when they came out, within a couple of weeks, they're dead. They're on the street dead already. And it's sad. And we can stop this if we start educating people, the teachers, police officers, hospitals, you know, and start educating people more and more, especially these little kids that's coming out. Because a lot of kids thinking it's cool selling drugs. There's nothing cool about selling drugs. There's nothing cool about going to jail. And nothing cool about death. And all this death, I'm just so sick of it. I mean, some nights I can't even sleep because my mind just keep racing and racing, you know. I mean, every day I see my son in that coffin, and I'm like, what can I have done to save him? You know, I tried. You know, he had a whole life, 22 years old. His birthday is October 27th. He died on October 21st. I mean, I still have one son left because I had twins. And my son should be still. I think if my son was educated and there was people out there that we have out here today now, I think my son could have probably, or my daughter could be still alive. But, I mean, they did that. They had the choice. Everybody have choices. And they had a choice. You know, I'm sorry that they did the wrong thing. And they picked that stuff up. All we could do is come together as one, as a community, and just pray that we can do something about this epidemic and stop it. Because it's not getting no better. I mean, I've talked to so many people in the law enforcement, people in the hospital, and they just say it's just getting worse and worse. And it's sad, you know. I mean, I bet you, y'all remember the Len Bias when he died with the overdose, with the cocaine. I mean, the man had a future, and the same thing, so many of these kids have a future out here. And if we don't stop this, all these young kids that could be somebody, they're not gonna make it if we don't do something about it soon. Because what's it with this law, this Christian law, they said up to life in prison, but we know what up to life is. They're gonna end up sitting there for the rest of their life because they're gonna make an example out of people right now because of so many people are dying. Well, the sad part, they're gonna make an example of the wrong kids. And we as a community, we can stop this and come together as one and do something about it. I thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to speak today. God bless y'all.
You think, Mr. Holland, that there's no chance for redemption under Kristen's law?
There is in so many ways if they rewrite it. You know, I think if they write it in a proper manner and word, because that up to life, they're serious about that up to life. Because of so many people that's been hurt, and so many people, families that is touched, and a lot of people not seeing, they're only seeing it one way, you know. He sold the drug, put him away for life, and get rid of him, and we don't have to deal with him no more. And that's what he's looking at it. You know what I mean? He sold it, but you gotta look at it. Who did he get it from? You know what I'm saying? He's not the one that's processing it. He's not the chemist. Somebody gave it to him. He was out there selling it. Two wrongs don't make it right. I mean, he knows better. I know his parents must have taught him better, just like my parents taught me. You know, you do something wrong, you go to prison. With that kind of stiff sentence, I mean, where a kid could make something of his life, I mean, you can't do that, you know? You know, we have to rethink the whole situation.